My Gavana Melanine, and well met indeed. I am not Alligator Galatherian. Can't even pronounce the name, for Christ's sake. I am Hazwood. I am here from the Gondor at War development team, and I've got a exciting new mechanic to show today that I've been working on. Some of you may have seen this before, but this is our Bodyguard upgrade script. So, Mad Lad Denethor has been out on a spree. He's managed to recapture a load of the Eastern Bank and made a ton of money. There were no cheats involved by turn 2, I assure you, for the purpose of this demo. So if I select him as a general, we can see that the buttons appear down here. Conveniently, there's another couple of generals with him to aid the demonstration. Very helpful. If I click on this button, it will open up the Bodyguard upgrade menu. I can see that I've got all 3 generals in the army available here, and this will show me what their next bodyguard they can have is, and what they can potentially upgrade to. So, at the moment, the tier 1 option, which Boromir starts with, is the Gondor infantry. I can see that if I close this menu a second. See, that's what he's got. And Beregond also has the Gondor spearmen, and then of course the Steward's Guard. If I go back into that menu, you can see that this tallies. So the upgrade, which will be available for Boromir, is the Boromir's company. Can't actually update to that just yet because of this. Well, he's not got enough kills for it. What this is measuring is the amount of kills that his bodyguard have got in the course of the campaign in battle, and once he reaches that threshold, he'll be able to upgrade to the next unit. There are many different paths available for generals depending on where they're from. So if I wanted to, I could set him to a different path, which is eligible for him, which is set by traits. So being from Honorian, he's also eligible for the Honorian line. If I decide I don't particularly want him to have Boromir's company for his final bodyguard, I'd rather say he had cavalry, I could switch to the Honorian line. It will cost 1,000 gold. If I click that, show me what options I have, and I can see that, yeah, tier 2, the Knights of Honorian are there. I'd rather have it mounted. Not every general will have this as an option. Well, say that won't have these options specifically, but they will all have something available to them. And I can change that bodyguard line, and now it's all updated, and the next one will be the Knights of Honorian. I can then go on to give him Fountain Guard's final bodyguard, if I choose to, or I could give him as Knights of Honorian. And we can see that because I pressed the change bodyguard line button, if I come out of this menu, he has still got he's got the Gondor infantry, which is the first bodyguard in that line. So if I come back into here as well, Beregond conveniently is ready for an upgrade. It's almost like I planned this out. So I can choose to upgrade that. At the moment he's got the Gondor Spearman as we saw earlier. If I hit upgrade, then there we go. He's now got the Citadel Guard. So what this means is throughout the course of your campaign, you'll be able to upgrade your generals. Some of them will start out quite weak, some of them will be quite strong from the get-go. Denethor, for example, already starts with his best bodyguard, the Steward's Guard, although I could choose to put him on a different line if I wanted to. I'm not going to, though, because, well, Steward Guards, they're a bit of a beast. So yeah, that's the basics of what the mechanic does. One thing that's quite nice as well, any bodyguards which are script unlocked are shown here as well. So the White Company Guard, for example, the final bodyguard that Beregond can get, they require the event Aphelion Reclaimed. I'm not quite sure what that is, so I can just hover over this and it will tell me exactly what I need to do. So you need to reclaim Aphelion, which means holding all the settlements which are listed here. That'll also open up Faramir's bodyguards too. So if I select Faramir, I can see that he's got the exact same thing, except for the White Company, which are a wonderful unit, so I highly recommend you get them as soon as you can. Some bodyguards will have, or some generals have quite different ones. For example, Imrahil. I haven't set up the labels for these, but we can see if I come in here. So he's got the Knights of the Silver Swan once he gets 15,000 kills for 15,000 gold. And whilst that might sound like a steep amount, it's for the Knights of the Silver Swan, and he's got the Royal Swan Guard anyway, so he'll pile up kills in no time. His path is appearing as Imrahil 1 and Alrothian because I haven't set up the display names for those yet. Those are the traits which it's reading, or the character label. So if I click here, I could choose to switch him over to the Belfalas ones, or again the Gondor Bodyguard. So it gives you a lot more flexibility with what your generals are, whilst maintaining the ability to keep them all quite unique. Every fiefdom has their own set ones. So, for example, before long as well, got his own custom model there. Don't know if we've previewed that, but if we haven't, there you go. There's an extra bonus one for you. So we can see here, again, I've not set up the display names yet, but he's got the household guard. But if I wanted to, I could switch him to the Man of the Sarnak or the default one as well. So it's very, very flexible, and this feature will be expanded out to every faction in the game eventually. That's about all I have to show you today. If you're not already in the Gondor at War Discord, then please do join the Discord and leave your thoughts. YouTube is also a viable platform. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I cannot believe I'm asking that, but you know, if this is popular, then we may well do similar videos in the future covering the features that will be upcoming in Gondor at War. This isn't planned for any other mods at the moment, so if you would like to play with this function, then you'd have to do so within Gondor at War. I have a couple of credits I'd like to read out. So the actual script is all written by me. The button was made by Lerynian. The background menu by the TGA behind it, the image, was made by Maverick. I'd like to thank Medik as well, who made the original version of the script for the currently released version of Gondor at War, which I've expanded upon. And overall, I'd like to thank the EOP team as well. If they didn't go ahead and make EOP, I wouldn't be able to make scripts such as this for everyone to enjoy within Gondor at War. So, particularly Finn and Medik as well on that front. So, thank you all. I hope you enjoyed, and please let me know if this is a popular format. We can potentially do something similar in the future if people want.